how to groom your hairstyle. Or you may have heard, things like a grooming cream or, grooming your hair. So in my opinion, to me, when I think of a groomed hairstyle, it's something like this that has a bit of length to it, somewhat sophisticated type of hairstyle that has a more slick back type of controlled type of look. Okay, so if you're going to your stylist or your barber and you don't know what to say, you can maybe say, I'm looking for more of a groom type of hairstyle where it's got more of a sleek kind of controlled look. I want to be able to just groom the hair lightly and it falls right into place and it's going to stay something like this, like it's well groomed. When people say like, oh, your beard's well groomed, it's the same thing with a hairstyle that looks like it's always in place and it looks like it's really got a great shape to it. So the first thing is obviously having the right haircut. You want to have the right haircut. And this is an example. I've done tutorials on this haircut before, but you can see you've got some length in the back and there's some texture down and through here, and the sides, I know you may think it's maybe short on the sides, but the reason this is able to be slicked back is because look how long this is. This comes down to all the way about right here, and then it's just kind of angled downwards this way. But the key about this is that it's all able to be slicked back like so with some light layers to it, and that's what's going to help you keep that groomed look. The top also is, has some length as well. So it comes down to about right here. I'd say maybe just the top of the lip when it's pulled down, when it's fully dry. So, and again, this could be layered on top too, but the key is to make sure that you have some length, right? Some length throughout the whole hairstyle. If you want to have some layers, that's great. That's just going to give you a lot more texture. If you don't want to wear it slicked back like this or groomed back like this. So, okay, you have this. How do you go about styling it? Well, my suggestion is I would probably prep it with 25 spray, which we have updated and improved upon and upgraded. So the new 25 spray, it smells incredible. Spray, 4 or 5 spritches on the hair while it's damp, and then brush through it. And I would suggest, this is my anti-static vent brush that I sell on my website. Okay, this is a brand that I use. It's the only one that I actually have and like because it's got a rubber handle. It's not plastic, so it's going to slip. You got good control with this. On longer hair, this really helps prevent from any sort of breakage. It's an anti-static vent brush, so it's going to help protect the hair so you're not, while you're blow drying, you're not getting a ton of static, even when it's dry. So there's a lot of benefits of the brush. This also helps with longer hair, so it's not knotting up the hair and you're not ripping out hair because you're using a comb. Okay, you want to use something like this to be able to glide through the hair. Okay, so once you have that done on damp hair, then I would suggest one of two things. You can either use a product like shadow, okay, or a matte pomade while it's damp. You just work it back into the hair, use your fingers, use, again, the brush like this, comb it back, and then set it and forget it. You want to have the product, basically the last thing you put on your hair, and you sculpt it and then leave it, okay? And now I know that some of you have tried shadow. Yes, I did reformulate shadow, and there was like, I think 2 or 3 runs of it that just were not the greatest, okay? And the most recent one, I can guarantee you, because I'm a perfectionist and I cannot have people have complaints about shadow. Once again, reformulated it so that it's, in my opinion, the best one and the closest to the original, because it kept just getting too much hold and it wasn't what I was looking for. It wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. So, I couldn't just, settle on it. So we redid it again. And finally, I think this, in my opinion, is the best one. So you can use shadow as a light cream. And this is basically something that and it's like a very, very fluffy texture, much like the original. So you just scoop it out like so. You don't need a whole ton of it. Just work it through your hands like this and the palm, and you're gonna see it's like butter, right? Very, very nice creamy consistency. And leave a little of that creamy consistency on the hands, because that's gonna be able to help you work it through the hair. If there's no product on your hands, then there's nothing that's going to be able to allow you to groom, right? To groom the hair. So that's where this comes in really, really, really handy. And as you can see, what it's doing is it's really taming down the hair, and that's the point of this type of style, is being able to groom the hair, right? We're grooming it back, And I would say slicking is another word, but to me, grooming is a much more sophisticated type of word. And it's gonna give you that very, very light control, a very, very light hold, I would say. You know, not even medium hold, because it's not really designed to hold, but it's giving you that control, okay? And there you go. So I think this is a great method, and you can see the hair looks really, really amazing. The next thing is to take it a step up, one notch, if you are looking for a bit more hold and something that's gonna be a bit more powerful, and that's the crafted matte pomade, which again, we spent a lot of time. We were fortunate that this is the best formula, one and done, and this is an incredible product. It really gives you that lived in second to third day look. There's not really any shine to it. It's just very, very natural to matte, which was the goal. But there's a lot of like clay pomades and different types of pomades out there that are just so oily or so heavy and greasy and just awful, in my opinion, where I wanted to make sure this was the opposite of that, where I wanted something that's gonna give that similar type of look without it feeling or looking disgusting, okay? So work it through your hands, and you'll see the more you work it through, the more it kind of breaks down into the hands, which is nice. So then you can go in, same type of technique, okay? Same technique, and all you're doing is just really working this product through. And as you can see, my styling technique is more of a kind of using the palm and matting it down towards the head like so. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna give you, again, that grooming and that control. And this has a bit more hold than the shadow, in my opinion. So it's a bit more of a powerful product, but at the same time, you know, it does have more of a slick kind of look. It's got more of that traditional pomade type look without it being, you know, very, very shiny, okay? And I can assure you, and I know because I've tested this and I've seen it, that this will last at least 2-3 days in the hair. And the more you leave it in the hair, it's actually going to form into a very, very light to medium hold over time. And it's really incredible how it doesn't get greasy over time and it just stays like this. It's an amazing product. So how do you groom the hair? You have to have the approach of lightly grooming and taming and really having a different, more sleek approach than a traditional kind of messy and wild and all over the place type of look. If you are interested in purchasing any of my products, you can go to shop.thesalonguy.com or even the shop tab down here. And when you get to checkout, use code YouTube20, that's 20% off. And if you don't see all my products here, just go to my shop page, shop.thesalonguy.com. You'll find everything there, all my hair tools, blow dryers, all that stuff, and use code YouTube20. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.